Hi, my name is Kirsten Gard, and I'm a copy editor for the 2014-2015 DGS Blueprint. And I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly what you should do to be a rockstar copy editor. Okay, step one is to read the article and make sure that it's appropriate, follows the code of ethics. An example would be, I don't like flipped classrooms because they are stupid and the teachers suck at it. So you need to remember that this is going to be in a school newspaper and it's going to be seen by a ton of people, so you need to make sure it's appropriate. So to revise this sentence, you could say, well, it actually depends on where the sentence is. If it's in opinions, then you can say, I don't like flipped classrooms, but if not, then you could say, students generally dislike flipped classrooms because, and then add some reasons that if you got interviews, you could add a quote and say why exactly students don't like it, but you cannot say the teachers suck at it. It's very inappropriate and that could not be published. Okay, step two is to make sure that it follows the inverted pyramid, and the inverted pyramid means that the most important information is at the beginning of the article. So an example would be, Jack McGann was a wonderful rapper. He loved pizza rolls. He had brown hair, and he died last week. So obviously, you need to have the most important part of this article, which is that he was passed away, at the very beginning, because the readers are going to be wondering what the article's about. So you could say, Jack McGann unfortunately passed away this week. And then go on to say about who he was, what he was like, and what happened. Okay, step three is to fix all grammatical errors. So, an example would be, me and Wes is going to go to Jewel after school to get some donuts. So there's a lot of things wrong with this sentence, so obviously it has to be Wes and I are going to go to Jewel. Make sure everything is capitalized. That needs to be after school to get some donuts. So in this sentence, you need to make sure that it's proper Wes and I, not me and Wes, and then formal language. You can't use slang. Make sure everything is capitalized. Make sure they're using the correct form of to or there, and just make sure that it is grammatically perfect. So step four is to fix all AP style errors. An example is, she is a member of the team, period. I am a member of the team, period, end quote, said Guadalupe. Okay, so obviously, you'd have to get rid of that comma and say, she is a member of the team, period. And then if it's a quote, you go to the next paragraph and then start the quote, I am a member of the team. And then you do comma, end quote, Guadalupe said. And if you are ever confused about anything in regards to AP style, just check the AP style book. Everything is in there. It will guide you through exactly what to do. Okay, so step five is to check the interviews. So let's say on the interview transcript, the quote is, I do not enjoy teaching flipped classrooms. But then the quote that you pull is, I do not enjoy teaching. You cannot pull quotes if it changes the meaning of the quote. So honestly, the only thing you could do with this is just type it exactly the way it is. You cannot alter quotes at all. And you have to make sure that the meaning stays the same no matter what. Okay, so step six is to check names. So for example, Gard said, spelled differently. You need to make sure that people's names are spelled correctly in the newspaper. It's going to give us a bad reputation if we spell people's names wrong. So the way you can check students' names is to go to the Outlook email, go up in this right corner and write find someone, type in the name of the person, hit enter, and it will come up here. It'll come up the name, exactly how it's spelled, and their year. And for teachers, just go to the staff directory on the school website. Okay, step seven is to conference with your writer. Tell them anything that you made changes and why, and then you need to make sure they actually make those changes, because sometimes you mark up someone's paper, give it back to them, and then it gets published the exact same as it was the rough draft. So you need to be a total stickler about making sure that they make their changes. You need to be really annoying and go after them and make sure that they actually change things. Such some other common mistakes are like numbers 1 through 9. AP style, you need to type them out like 1, 2, 3 until you get to 10, and then you can start using numerals. And also commas and quotes. You don't put a period at the end of a quote, you put a comma and then long said. You always have to say the name and then said, period. And to make sure to watch out for some sneaky first person, you cannot have us, we, or our in any articles except for opinions. So just make sure that those are never there. And if you want to be super rock star, after you get back your article after they've made changes, give it to another copy editor just to get another set of eyes to make sure that you didn't miss anything. make sure you don't get lazy and make sure you just read over it as many times as you need to do the best job you could possibly do.